Hey, you're tuned into the Hustle Report by Profit Tool. Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're taking a magnifying glass to a topic that's, well, it's been buzzing with incredible energy. Day trading is a side hustle. It really has this magnetic pull, doesn't it? You hear about the promise of, significant returns, the freedom to work from literally anywhere with an internet connection, really, all in your own terms. It sounds like a truly compelling way for anyone looking to seriously boost their income. And our own comprehensive guides have been exploring its growing popularity and, frankly, the realities behind the hype.
Absolutely. The allure is undeniable. It's easy to see why so many people are drawn to that exciting potential. But as we unpack this, it becomes clear that while it offers, remarkable opportunities, it also comes with a unique set of challenges. And these are absolutely critical to understand. It's about navigating both the promise and the peril with eyes wide open.
That's exactly our mission today. We're going to pull back the curtain on day trading. We'll explore exactly how it works, what the genuine benefits really are, what those often overlooked drawbacks entail, and maybe most importantly, what practical, actionable steps you need to take if you're seriously considering this path. We're drawing all these insights from our own extensive research and analysis, so you're getting the distilled knowledge right from our guides. Okay, so let's unpack this core concept first. Day trading. At its essence, it involves buying and selling financial instruments, think stocks, options, crypto, maybe even futures, all within the same trading day. The fundamental goal isn't really long-term investment. It's about capturing profits from those rapid short-term price swings. You're not holding assets for weeks or months. You're looking for quick entries and exits, sometimes within minutes or hours. And when we look at our guides, the benefits that really attract people are, well, they're pretty compelling. There's the potential for genuinely high returns, of course, maybe not hitting one massive jackpot, but consistent smaller gains adding up over many trades. Then there's that incredible flexibility. You can trade from anywhere globally, set your own hours. That's huge if you're balancing other commitments.
It's huge.
Definitely.
It's also a fantastic opportunity to really immerse yourself in financial markets. Develop sharp analytical skills, get a deep understanding of how markets move. And here's a critical point our analysis highlights. You can often get started with a relatively modest capital investment. That lowers the initial barrier for a lot of aspiring traders. And the speed factor, ability to generate income in a very short amount of time, that's undeniably appealing too.
What's fascinating here is how perfectly those benefits align with the modern desire for an efficient, adaptable side hustle, something potentially lucrative too. The idea of truly being your own boss.
Okay.
Complete autonomy over your schedule and location, that's a powerful draw. And that rapid income generation, it speaks directly to the immediate financial goals many people have. Whether it's just supplementing an existing income or really striving for financial independence, it's not about traditional long-term growth, like you said. It's about leveraging the minute-by-minute pulse of the market for swift, disciplined gains. This immediate feedback loop, combined with that relatively low barrier to entry capital-wise, it makes it uniquely attractive,
Yeah.
especially for someone looking to jump into generating additional income without, the rigid structure of a typical job. It's a game of precision and rapid execution, which definitely appeals to a certain mindset.
Right. But here's where it gets really interesting, because while that allure is undeniable, there's definitely a significant flip side. This duality is what truly defines day trading, I think. For every attractive aspect, there's a pretty significant challenge waiting. So let's shift our focus now to the less discussed but absolutely crucial realities. First off, and our research makes this abundantly clear, there's a very high risk of financial loss. And for inexperienced traders, that risk isn't just pronounced, it's statistically overwhelming sometimes. It's an unforgiving environment. Even a small misstep can have a big
A
impact.
very big impact. Yeah.
Then there's the immense time commitment. This isn't passive income, not by a long shot. Our guides really emphasize the need to dedicate significant time to pre-market research, active monitoring during trading hours, and then post-market analysis to constantly refine your strategy. It's incredibly hands-on, almost a full-time job in itself if you want to succeed.
It really can be.
Yeah. And, well, anyone who's been around trading for 5 minutes will tell you about the emotional roller coaster. The inherent volatility in these markets means your emotions can get pushed and pulled constantly. That often leads to impulsive, sometimes self-destructive decisions.
Fear and greed. Right.
Exactly. Beyond that, there's the genuine possibility of encountering scams or fraudulent trading platforms. That's a constant threat, especially in some corners of the digital space. And finally, something that's often overlooked but incredibly serious, the potential for addiction or obsession. Getting obsessed with trading, which can lead to significant negative impacts on mental health, relationships, just overall well-being.
This raises such an important question, though. How do you balance that initial excitement with the necessary deep caution?
It's absolutely crucial to acknowledge these risks up front, because the emotional discipline required in day trading, it just cannot be overstated. When you're dealing with rapid gains and losses, the psychological toll can be immense. Our analysis actually reveals that much of that emotional roller coaster stems from ingrained cognitive biases. Things like the disposition effect, holding on to losing trades too long, hoping they'll rebound, or FOMO, the fear of missing out. That pushes you into trades you haven't really analyzed properly.
Right, chasing the market. Exactly. Understanding that markets are inherently volatile means you need a strong mental framework. You need it to prevent these emotional pitfalls from derailing your entire strategy. That awareness of mental health impacts is vital too. Recognizing the signs of potential obsession or burnout is just as important as understanding chart patterns. It's about building resilience and setting clear boundaries to protect yourself, rather than just blindly chasing gains. Connecting the dots, the very fast-paced environment that makes day trading appealing, it also amplifies these inherent psychological risks, which makes discipline and self-awareness completely non-negotiable for anyone considering this path. And regarding scams, well, our guides always warn against platforms promising guaranteed returns, or those pressuring you with time-sensitive bonuses, or ones that lack transparent regulatory oversight. Always verify the broker's credentials.
That's such a key point. So after hearing all that, the practical question for many of you listening might be, okay, what's the actual earning potential? And what does this all mean for you if you're considering this as a legitimate side hustle? Well, our guides cite research, including data from Investopedia, which indicates that the average hourly rate for experienced day traders can vary pretty widely.
Mhm.
But for those who truly master the craft, the potential earnings could be anywhere from, say, $50 to $500 or even more per hour.
Wow, yeah.
It's a significant range, right? And it really underscores the massive role of skill, experience, and consistent application of strategy. Right.
If we connect this to the bigger picture, that experienced aspect you mentioned, that is the critical qualifier for those impressive hourly rates. It's certainly not an entry-level salary, not right out of the gate. To get to that level, our comprehensive guides highlight some essential steps. Steps for starting day trading responsibly and, with a higher probability of success. First and foremost, it's about educating yourself thoroughly about the basics of trading. This means diving deep into market mechanics, understanding order flow, getting familiar with various technical analysis indicators, things like moving averages, RSI, volume profiles. They're crucial for identifying entry and exit points. Resources like Investopedia or the educational sections on platforms like TD Ameritrade and E-Trade, they offer comprehensive tools and content, stuff designed specifically for aspiring traders.
So the learning curve is steep, but resources are out there.
Definitely. Beyond that foundational education, it's absolutely essential to develop a clear, well-thought-out trading plan. And this isn't just a vague idea, right? It's a detailed blueprint. It needs your specific goals, your precise entry and exit strategies based on market signals, your risk tolerance per trade, and crucial position sizing rules. How much are you risking on any single idea? Setting realistic goals is paramount, too. Not every trade will be a winner. Losses are an inevitable part of the game.
You have to accept that, yeah.
You do. Our research consistently shows that managing expectations and understanding the probabilistic nature of trading is key to long-term survival. And that leads directly into practicing robust risk management strategies. This means only ever risking capital you can genuinely afford to lose, period.
That sounds like rule number one.
It should be. It also involves having clear stop-loss points for every single trade, often set based on technical levels like support and resistance, or maybe using metrics like average true range, ATR, to ensure your exit is based on market structure, not just hope or fear. Day trading isn't about intuition, really. It's about calculated risk within a defined strategy.
That really reinforces the core conclusion from our guides, doesn't it? Day trading can be exciting and potentially very lucrative as a side hustle, and it's a significant but, it's truly only for those willing to invest the substantial time and, frankly, the intellectual effort needed. You have to learn the ropes, understand the intricate complexities of market dynamics, and perhaps most crucially, master that emotional discipline we talked about. It's about staying incredibly informed, maintaining strict control over your emotions and your capital, and always approaching the market with a strategically minded rather than impulsive approach. That's how you increase your chances of success in this dynamic, fast-paced environment. It's like you said, a marathon of sprints, maybe.
Yeah.
Not a lottery ticket.
Well put. And ultimately, while day trading offers this unique and potentially rewarding path, it's really just one of many, many diverse ways to generate additional income. We've explored its highs and lows today, right? The compelling potential balanced against the significant demands it places on a trader. But I'd encourage you, listening out there, to consider the entire landscape of side hustles. Think deeply about which opportunities truly align best with your existing skills, your available time commitment, and critically, your personal risk tolerance. There are just so many avenues for profit, and the best one for you might be completely different from what works for someone else, or even totally different from what you initially imagined. The real deep dive, maybe, is into what makes you thrive.
That's a powerful thought to leave you with. Thank you for joining us on this deep dive into day trading. That's it for today. We'll see you back on the Hustle Report soon.